So, thank you all for joining today. We are back with another segment of Unraveling the Glowing Sea. We're going to see if we can discover some of its mysteries, and we're going to also see if Paladin Dance is truly a synth, whether or not he knows about it, if we have to dispatch of him, or if maybe we can get through the quest with him surviving. As a Brotherhood of Steel knight, our orders are very clear. We are to kill him. Let's explore our options. We'll see what he has to say. Maybe he can talk us out of it. In this playthrough, I am following the Brotherhood of Steel pretty strictly. So we're going to do what we got to do. Let's check out and see what we can find in the Glowing Sea first. In our last playthrough, we did the Institute ending, and we allied ourselves with the Institute, and there are a lot of pros and cons that come along with that. In this, we are allied with the Brotherhood of Steel, so we are going... The main pros right now are we get free vertibird flights everywhere, which is great. So I've really been enjoying that. We got our loyal companion Dogmeat with us. He's hanging out here right next to me, as usual. But it's another beautiful day here out in the apocalyptic wasteland. Looks like the land is decimated. You can't really see anything from up here. It's a pretty foggy day. We'll check back. Maybe there's some Deathclaws. Alright, so we got some acid rain pouring on us now. There's the church that we explored last time. It's full of zombies. There is the sunken parking garage that we also explored. Had a Deathclaw in there. That was a pretty fun battle for Dogmeat and myself. There is the Sentinel over there, I believe. There's Deathclaw. Looks like there's a sunken plane right here. We found one of the sunken planes. I believe it was Skylane's Flight 1665 or something like that. Alright, we've landed. Hopefully there aren't any rad scorpions. We might have to deal with some of those areas. Oh, jeez. Check on our buddy Dr. Virgil. Now, he had the FEV serum. He injected it last time we saw him. He said to check back in a week. I'm not sure if it's quite been a week, but we're going to see how he's feeling regardless. Looks like he is still... He's still a super mutant. So we'll have to check back in on him next time. Let's see what the deal is with this crashed smaller plane here. We saw this from the air as we were flying in. I don't have any jet on me this time around. I think we took it all. If I do have some, I have very little. So we're going to have to be sparing about it. Ouch. military grade circuit boards. Looks like someone was scabbing this plane. Nothing really. Kind of has the sugar bombs color scheme, I want to say. Don't you think? Could be a show plane. Maybe there was an air show. Not really sure. Let's keep going. So far, though, I've been really enjoying exploring the glowing sea and uncovering things about it. Oh, jeez. Stingwings. Now, what do we have here? This is some broken highway, I think. Yep. Cars are just fused in with the concrete from the radiation. Radiation spiking over here. Gotta make sure to... There's the Sentinel building. This is the Sentinel. Now, we've explored this in a past episode. Pretty amazing story. We also used the nukes from it to do the Liberty Reprimed quest. Just fun stuff. Now, in that same episode, we explored this building. This is the O'Neill factory. They produced toys and robotics fixing service, as it were. There's a Deathclaw. We're going to go ahead and avoid that. If we can. I could snipe him. What kind of Deathclaw is it? Legendary glowing. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on that battle. Do we want to be pansies? I don't think we do. Can't resist. Let's see what happens here. That's not good. Dogmeat, please watch out, buddy. I'll have to save him afterwards. He's down. Oh! He's mutated. One hit. We're dead. Ouch. Alright, we're gonna try this again. We got killed by a glowing legendary Deathclaw. We're gonna try flying back in. I made some jet over at Sanctuary here. We're gonna fly back in and see if we can survive this time. I don't even know if we'll run into the same creature. Alright, so let's see if we can survive this time. Didn't have the best luck fighting that glowing legendary Deathclaw last time. It was a bit of a nightmare. So it's now nighttime. We're gonna fly back to where we left off, making our way back into the glowing sea. This has been a rough episode, I gotta tell you. Our first episode, we fought some really tough enemies, some Deathclaws, and we did not have this bad of a time. Glowing sea is proving to be quite difficult. And there's a Behemoth. There's a Behemoth right as we land. Why? Okay. This is gonna be a short run. Deathclaw and a Behemoth. Oh, great. Oof, we got him. No way. Oh, there's another Deathclaw. That was a doozy. Oh my. Okay. Again! They might kill me again. And I'm dead. Once again, flying back out into the glowing sea after dying yet again from 3 rad scorpions, high-powered, and some stingwings, blood bugs, deathclaws, every type of enemy you can imagine. We fought it in this episode. So thanks for tuning in, by the way. Really appreciate everyone sticking around. Hope you're enjoying the video. Check on Virgil. Let's check on our buddy Virgil. Alpha Deathclaw right there. Wow, it is really foggy out here. I can't see anything at all. Middle of a rad storm right now. Alright, let's check on our buddy Virgil for the second time. He told us we had to wait, and I think our wait is over. Virgil, oh my gosh.
Qualified success.
There were some side effects to the process. I seem to have hair again, and I've retained some muscle mass. The genetic resequencer needs more. Still, I take your point. This is a significant advance, but only for one strain of FEV. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab. Or help yourself to any of this junk if you want it. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me.
Well, you look great, Virgil. Have a nice day. You're welcome for that cure.
So we cured Virgil. He looks great. He's got a nice full head of hair. He said we could help ourselves to any of the junk in the area. He's got a bunch of aluminum here. Looks like he put a real mattress on his bed here. Vault-Tec lunchbox. Atomic rollerball. Look at that. There's a picture inside it. That's neat. I don't think I've ever seen that. Alright, so let's get a save in now that we're out here. And we've saved Virgil. Finally. Save for a save, you know? Thank you for the stuff. It's got lots of good junk. Alright, Virgil. You take care of yourself, man. It was fun. Whack-a-mole. Oh, wow. There's a lot. Alright, it's time to play whack-a-mole. Increased damage after each consecutive hit. Whack-a-mole. Good boy, Dogmeat. There we go. What do we got here? More whack-a-mole. Oh, and rad scorpions. Okay. What do we got here? It says win. Some sort of car commercial. Cherry bomb. The first car to break the something. Alright, so we didn't really find too much in the glowing sea today. We did get to see Dr. Virgil back in his human form. So we're headed out of the glowing sea right now. We're going to continue on with our quest to see if Dance really is a synth. And in the name of the Brotherhood of Steel, we're going to have to probably destroy him. Let's read the info on this quest. Right, Scribe Halen has told me that I'm likely to find Paladin Dance at Listening Post Bravo. She's also pleaded with me not to kill him without letting him tell his side of the story. I'll have to decide when I arrive at the bunker. If we're really going to be following orders, we are going to probably have to pull the trigger. We'll see what Dance has to say. This is one of the downsides of playing as a Brotherhood of Steel knight. You will have to follow orders. Brother Maxon is pretty rough. He was first seen, I believe, in Fallout 3. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it was New Vegas, actually, as a child. I can't remember which game it was, but you first meet him in a different game when he's a kid. So he's been raised in the Brotherhood of Steel. He is what some might refer to as an extremist. Alright, Listening Post Bravo, here we go. Purified water. Can tell he's been in here. The Protectron's dead. Let's see what's behind this. Cache. Let's see here. Terminal. Power elevator. Alright, headed in.
Going down.
Oh, wow. Hack these bots. Shut these down. Go nighty-night. Dogmeat, over here, buddy. Come on, buddy. Careful, buddy. Yeah. Dance. I see you in there, buddy. What the hell are you doing? He's walking around in his underwear. Is that normal? I think he's having a bit of a rough time dealing with this whole synth thing. Dance. What the hell are you doing, man?
Dance, where are your clothes? What happened to your clothes?
Conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
Synth is the enemy.
Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
Why did you run?
The moment I learned the truth, I knew my life was in danger. I'm a soldier, so self-preservation kicked in. I needed to regroup and assess the situation. Once I got here, and I had some time to think, I realized I'd just made everything worse. I should have stayed on the Prydwen and accepted the inevitable. Like I said, I need to be the example, not the exception.
I'm not sure.
The fact that you're confused only strengthens my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
Is there any other way?
We both know that this is the right thing to do. If you refuse to follow Maxon's orders, you're undermining everything the Brotherhood stands for. I can't allow that to happen on my account.
I guess we have to execute you, my friend.
I've never been prouder of you than I am right now, brother. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
Goodbye, Paladin Dance.
Ad Victorium, brother. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
You're human.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
I won't do it.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
I'd be losing a friend. Maxon's wrong.
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone out of control. I've been a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxon will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Dance, you might want to put some clothes on. It's a little cold outside.
Dogmeat. Good boy.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
It's not a thing. Those orders were ridiculous.
How dare you? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, how can you say that about
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Save mankind.
Dance wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional as you are insubordinate. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured.
I mean, have you seen Terminator 2?
That it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
Listen to me.
Very well. I'm listening.
He saved lives.
Dance was merely following the rules set up in its programming. To mimic a Brotherhood soldier. A real soldier's bravery comes from within. From his heart and his soul.
Trust and respect.
If I've earned any of your trust or respect while I've served with the Brotherhood, then I'd gladly trade it to keep Dance alive.
You value this machine's life that much. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive. Which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight. And your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Pridwin, Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
Now what?
I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Pridwin. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her and let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Are you gonna have a problem killing synths?
I might physically be a synth, but my heart and mind belong to the Brotherhood. The Institute is still a tremendous threat to the Commonwealth. They possess technologies that need to be confiscated or destroyed. I promise you, I won't hesitate to pull the trigger on them.
Goodbye.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Put some clothes on, Dance.
Alright, so we did discover a couple of the different endings. We did a version where we killed Dance. Wasn't really that worth it. Didn't feel right. So I loaded the save, we went back, did some different dialogue choices, and learned a bit more about what Dance, who he really is. Now we're headed back up to the Pridwin to talk to Elder Maxon about what happened. So it was a pretty funny glitch that Dance had no clothes for whatever reason. There's the Liberty Prime. Yeah, Dance, I think his outfit was glitched because when I killed him the first time around, his uniform was in his inventory, but he wasn't wearing it. And I think because I gave him a flight helmet when we were companions, something happened with his uniform and it glitched. So that's why he was not wearing his outfit, which made that whole speech very, very hard to take seriously. But either way, It's good fun. It's all in the spirit of fun over here at Hat Legends Club. Let's see what Elder Maxon has to say about that whole exchange with Dance.
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance.
Yes, sir.
As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned,
He's dead.
he's dead. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Of course. The Brotherhood must come first.
Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
Thank you, Elder Maxon. I'm honored.
I'm honored.
You've earned it by your own actions. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Ad Victoriam, Elder Maxon.
Blind Betrayal. Excellent.
Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat. The Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
I like it. Let's get to it.
Your enthusiasm is appreciated, Paladin. Destroying the Railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart, Proctor Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the Railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Pridwin. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
I'll bring it back in one piece.
Good. It'd be a hell of a waste if you didn't.
I'm certain you'll do whatever it takes to complete the mission. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Ad Victoriam, Lancer Captain Cal.
Thank you for tuning into this episode. We wandered a little bit through the glowing sea. Didn't find too much, but guess what? We saved Paladin Dance, and it was a good outcome. So I think we did the right thing. I liked all the dialogue. It was really interesting to dive a little bit more into his character. Until next time, party on, dudes. I will see you all later in the next episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hank's Alien Tech, signing off. Peace.